Okay, so this recipe has really been requested a lot, and I am doing it right now. So what I'm doing is I'm making peach cobbler, and I'm just using canned peaches. You can use fresh, whatever kind you want, but I'm using canned right now. So what you do is you get your peaches, you open them, and you just pour them in, which I don't like the way this peach looks. I'm taking part of it out. Sometimes peaches don't, even though they're canned and processed, they're not good. So what I do is I pour my peaches in. And like I said, you can use canned or fresh, whatever kind you want. And what I usually do is take the knife and kind of chop them up a little bit. Now this is peaches and heavy sugar and heavy syrup. So you may, it depends on how sweet you like it, which I don't like mine really sweet. You may or you may not want to add a lot of sugar to this. So I'm going to tell you, the best way to cook is to taste your food. Don't just cook it and let it be, taste what you're putting in, because that makes it a whole lot better. So, okay, so what I've added to this is my peaches and the juice. So, before I add anything else, I'm going to taste the juice just to see how sweet it is. And it's pretty sweet. So, that means I can either put a lot more sugar or I don't have to. And because it's so sweet, I'm going to add a can of water to that. Maybe a can and a half. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my spoon so then I'll taste it again. So what I'm going to add to this, since it was already sweet, it's probably a half a cup of sugar. I don't think I need all this sugar. I'm just going to stir it around. Now a lot of people who make peach cobblers, I've heard that they cook their peaches first and then they do it this way, but that's too much work for me. I just do it all like this. So, to this juice and peaches, I'm going to tell you, the best vanilla you can buy. So, I'm going to add like about 2 tablespoons of vanilla, just to give it a good flavoring. I'm going to stir that around. Peach cobbler is very easy, and it doesn't have to be made hard. Okay? And then to me, the secret to good peach cobbler is nutmeg. This nutmeg right here, you will love. So this is Watkins. And I'm not just saying it because I sell it, but I do like it. So I'm going to put some nutmeg in. There we go. I would say about a teaspoon of nutmeg, if you like it. You can put less than that. So it's kind of clumpy, but as it cooks, it'll come out. So, now that I've got that all done, I'm going to go back in and taste the juice just to make sure. Perfect. Because I don't want my peach cobbler too sweet. So, clean space here. To this, I'm going to add a stick of butter. Peach cobbler ain't peach cobbler without butter. So, and then one thing about the juices in peach cobbler, once you see what I'm doing, you'll see you don't have to add flour to thicken it up. So I'm going to cut the butter into chunks like so. Just so that it can go in. And you know what? If you're a peach cobbler, you can do it the way you want to do it. But this is just the basics of it. So that you have it. Okay? So now I'm going to just sprinkle butter into the cobbler. like so. As a matter of fact, I've got football on in the background because yes, I'm a football fan and I'm getting these videos. And don't forget, I'm going to be doing prep videos for Thanksgiving dinner so that you're not caught in the kitchen all day while everybody's sitting around. If you prep, that's a big part of your dinner, is prepping beforehand. Okay, so this is my basic peach cobbler. So what I'm going to do is set this over to the side, like so. Now, I'm going to add pie crust. I buy the pie crust already made because it tastes just as good, especially for peach cobbler. And if you don't have to make it, I make it. So this peach cobbler, what I do is I put on 2 crusts. The first crust, I cook it, and then after it gets done, I mash it down into the pie so that it's cooked and it's not doughy in there. Because sometimes if you let it like that, it'll be doughy. So since I'm going to mash this crust down, I have the option of making it real pretty, or else I can just put it on there, which is probably what I'm going to do. If I'm going to mash it down, I don't need to make it pretty. So I'm just going to set it on top of here like this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put this in the oven, and we'll be back when the top gets done. Okay, I just wanted to come back to you and let you see what I was doing, because I know the size of my baking dish. Instead of weaving it on the pie thing, I'm doing it this way, which let's see if it works when I'm putting it on, but it's working for me right now. That's if you want pretty pie. Usually I don't care if it's weaved or not, but I'm just doing it. So I just tuck it here, put it there, and smash it in, because I know how size my baking dish is. So I'll come back to you when the pie's ready to put this on. Okay, so as you can see, the top crust is done. So what I'm going to do is just mash it down. And then this also will thicken your juice. And if it doesn't thicken your juice as much as you like it to be thickened, you can also add some cornstarch at this point. So I'm just pushing this down. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is get ready to add my crust. Okay, so what I did is, because I think I put a little bit too much water in my pie, so what I did is I used cornstarch, just regular cornstarch, I'll show you, to make a slurry from the juice. And then you just pour this in here, like so, and that's going to thicken it up even more. So, and plus I'm a crust, I love crust in my pie. So now let's get started with putting on that other crust that I made. Let's see how that works out. Okay, as you can see, remember I said I braided it beforehand. You don't have to do it this way, but me, I'm always trying to take a shortcut, so I did. So what I'm going to do is try to get this lifted up. I don't know which way I want to go with it though. Trying to get it lifted up to go on top. Okay, as you can see, it kind of worked. It wasn't really easy, but I just wanted to do that so that I didn't have to do it on the thing. So what I'm going to do is I always cook my peach cobbler on a cookie sheet, because the juice does have a tendency to run over. So I'm going to put this back in the oven. Yeah, that's our peach cobbler, and it's gonna cool, and you can have it with ice cream or just on its own. So this is the peach cobbler, and if you have any questions about making it, give me a hit up in the comment section, and I'll answer any questions you have. So thank you again for watching. Let's cook it up and explore. Like, share, and like, share, and subscribe is what I'm looking for. So I'll be back with you. If you have any recipes you'd like for me to make sure you log on. All right, thanks.